Hold up, hold up, hold up. It's that boy Geedy P. Don't give a damn. He cooler than a fan. Walking real tall. Some say he's a man.
Facts on the face. Now, whew, you said what you said. You did what you did. You recently did an interview with Master P.
Mm-hmm.
Went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. For what the clips. I didn't watch all of it in its entirety, but I watched certain clips.
Mm-hmm.
How was that experience interviewing Master P? Because, I mean, you've already interviewed Baby, so you interviewed Baby and Master P. Two of the most prolific guys that come out the South, period.
Right.
How was that experience?
Man, interviewing P was a great because, like I said, I looked up the P. P nickname in the Cali Project, they call him Petey. And everybody that calls C Murder, they call him Cedy. My name Geedy. I got a sister named Dee. So his name even influenced me or whatever. My record, my logo, and my logo that be on my Instagram post is the Geedy P that come from the 1994 album The Ghetto Trying to Kill Me. So that influenced me. But even what influenced me before that, I had a record label I was calling Big Time Records. That was coming from Cash Money. So, but people probably never seen that. But if you know me, you know I used to have a label I was calling Big Time Records. I used to have hats. Even before that, I had Dead President Records. And that was inspired by Jay-Z. See what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a problem with saying things that influence me. That don't take away from me. But because Pimp C influenced T.I. or whatever. Like Jason Jeter said, and after that, T.I. found his own style. But that even influenced him. And T.I. became a great rapper. But back to the stuff with Master P. It was great because it felt like interviewing Master P and interviewing Birdman, you know, I felt like, man, I really got to interview two people that really influenced me a lot, and they from my city. So it mean a lot to be able to interview Master P and give him his flowers and dive deep into his story, because a lot of people say they never knew all those things about his roots as much as they did after we had our conversation.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up, man. That's what. Like, was that one of those dream interviews? Like, I know one day I'm going to get P.
Yeah, I'm going to get P. Like I said, I've been trying to do it for years, and Juggy made that happen. Juggy that was on Fat and all that, and Q93 or whatever and all that, Juggy made that happen. So I appreciate Juggy for doing it, because P said he don't really do that. And, you know, P talked about putting the diamonds in the Cartiers, talking about they had a special jeweler to come in. Then I went to send people from Detroit in the comments saying, okay, yeah, right, P, they probably do it first, but we took it and made it global, which is true. That's all I was saying. I wasn't saying everybody in New Orleans was putting diamonds in their glasses, but I said I see Murder and Master P with diamonds in their glasses. So that shit didn't really shock me when everybody in Detroit was doing it and just acting like, wow, like somebody putting diamonds in their glass. I'm like, bro, P bended. I seen that shit. I'm sorry, y'all just probably realizing it, but New Orleans, just the South, we just been so ahead of things, and they just think we was country bumpkins, Bammers, and they don't know nothing. But you got to play a fool sometime to catch a fool.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say, like, for the people that probably was acting like, you know, baby gonna be mad 'cause I interview P. No, baby good, baby like what I did. He say, you know, do your thing or whatever and all. Ain't nothing wrong with you doing it. Ain't nothing wrong with you interviewing him and interviewing me or whatever. So for the people that was trying to say, well, baby gonna be mad because you interview P, you gonna stop me. I wore my Rich Gang jacket in the interview with Tapped In Podcast, whatever.
Mm-hmm. I'm
still flying the shit for Rich Gang and all that. I still represent. I appreciate everything he did. This man gave my brother $8,000 towards his lawyer. So I never forget what Birdman did for me, and, you know, getting us out there to Harlem. When we went out there and visited Jay-Z neighborhood, me and David and Moby. When you had one at Sylvia's, that's how I was out there in Sylvia's, and we got our chopped cheese. Yeah. And even out there in Vegas, whatever, and stuff like that. When people thought I didn't get in, but I just didn't get a pass because I was so busy talking to Menace and Junior Montana, I didn't pay attention. But I remember when Baby came out the dressing room when he had the lime green on with the young boy chain on, he said, told everybody to cut the cameras off and all that stuff like that. And he said, man, stop acting like you ain't with a nigga. He said, man, come on, man. I'm like, man, I'm with you. I'm here, right? So I was walking with him. That's why you see me walking with him and Tamar Braxton and Hot Bees right there, because he was like, man, come on, man, you with a nigga? I'm like, yeah, I'm with you. Let's go. But I ain't get my pass from whoever was giving them out, and that's why I didn't get in or whatever. And I just wanted to go home. I could have waited, but I was just like, man, okay, man, I'm about to just go back to the hotel. And I just went back and chilled at the casino and thugged it out.
Man, for the people who didn't know, because they had a lot of people talking
false
crazy
narratives and all that again. Like I said, people try to take stuff and be like, yeah, see, they left you out there. Why would he pay for me to come down there? Why would he send me money and all that, send for me to come down there just to do that? It don't make no sense. It just was a little miscommunication, but there was a lot going on. Mm-hmm. And the people that was over the security there, they was even giving BG a hassle, and he the talent. Mm-hmm. So it was a lot of people that they were just really being extra over the top, you know, security precaution. And that's just I just wasn't paying attention because I was too busy running my mouth. like I usually is.
What it is, what it is, though. It is what it is. It worked out.
But yeah, like I said, bro, I got the boot on my own. So for
Straight
everybody
up.
to be like, Geedy, don't Louisiana.
Louisiana. But I want to acknowledge this. Well, I'm going to say acknowledge this. Say this. All right.
You can turn the heat up on me, G, because I don't want you to feel like you going soft on me.
No, it ain't too much heat. It's that when it comes to New Orleans natives,
right.
some of you guys,
right.
everybody else outside of this city is country.
Right.
But when it comes to the USA and
right.
everybody else,
right.
you guys are country.
right.
And they know that. A lot of New Orleans people know that, but they still consider other people in parts of Louisiana country, like myself. I'm from Natchez. I embrace it, honestly.
Right.
But country ass niggas in Lafayette, all I want to do is Appaloosa, all they want to do is ride horses, whatever.
Right.
Bruh, why do New Orleans natives don't think that they are country? They are country.
Well, what I would say is I know this because I remember even on the Big Ballin' video a long time ago with Baby and Fresh, they had a pig in the video, Uptown, walking a pig. And I was like, whoa, I thought that was the most countryest southern shit I could ever see in my life. If you ever watch the video, you'll see a guy walking a big old pig in the video. It's like a little glimpse. You got to look quick. Mm-hmm. But people, the reason why in Louisiana, I guess, because people, mamas and daddies and grandparents say, I'm going to the city. They call New Orleans, so your grandmas and your dad and mom, they call New Orleans that. They look at New Orleans like the city. People in Atlanta are call somebody from Macon, Albany, Georgia, Verzuz, fucking country. Because that's just the city mentality, I guess. But like you said, everybody that below the Mason-Dixon line, everybody in New York gonna say, all y'all motherfuckers country to us. Of course, you're right. But in Louisiana, everybody do that. I think a lot of states do that. I just know people don't like to be called country because when you think of country, it's like a derogatory thing. It's like you saying I'm dumb and I'm stupid because historically that's what it meant. Like on the Malcolm X movie, when he had that loud red suit on, he's like, man, this country nigga coming in with this loud ass suit on. He had to change his attire because he felt like he was looking like he just left the South. And when he went to Harlem, they felt like we a little more sophisticated up here. So you gotta look the part. So I feel like that come from that or whatever and all. I just feel like a lot of people, because a lot of people from New Orleans, I still see them like, I like doing that. And I seen a lot of people like to go ride the dirt bikes and all in the mud and all that shit like that. What is it, Franklin, Louisiana, something like that?
Franklin, yeah.
I think it's called Fanko.
Franklin or
no,
Franco?
Not Fanko. Yeah, that one right there. Okay. Not Franklin. Yeah, I think that's who was riding dirt bikes at or whatever, like the ATVs and shit. And that was fun in the mud. But that's some real rural. I'm gonna use a better word.
It's rural
country. Yeah, but see, a lot of times, like white people, they like saying they country. I think it's just black people don't like to be called country. I had my own
black people here.
Black people here, but like I said, people call this the city, so they gonna always look at this like the city and all that. But my great uncle, that's from Napoleonville, my grandma brother, they called him cowboy or whatever. He loved it. His name was Ronell Williams and all that. Joseph Ronell Williams and all that. He used to be at the from Mardi Gras, he used to ride the horses, and he was real popular out there in that community and stuff like that. Before he passed away, I think he passed away in like 2017, I think, whatever. But yeah, they called him cowboy. He embraced it. He wore the boots. He had his buckles. He wore his hats and all that stuff like that. So some people like that, but then some people don't. So I feel like in New Orleans, to answer your question, a lot of people in New York would say, maybe LA would say, all y'all country to us down south. Because they call Master P country. When on the song, it's called Anything Goes on 1994 album, The Ghetto Trying to Kill Me, said, niggas said something, whatever, jack them niggas from the country. And all that. He said it on his own. Yeah. And all that, you know. The dudes was like, man, we used to take Master P albums and kick them up the streets like a beer can. And all that. Same thing with Cash Money. They was feeling like, you know, Rough Riders, man, we ain't about to go on after them niggas. Them niggas gonna go on. We gonna go on. They gonna go on first, and we ain't about to go on after them country niggas. But Cash Money was putting on. And all that. Russell Simmons thinking dudes down south slow. That's why he never really wanted to sound no down south always. Till they finally made Def Jam South and put what his name is, Scarface in charge. And then you get Ludacris killing him with the album he put out. But Russell Simmons ain't even want to mess with the South. But then years later, we already know who who Kamora Lee was in love with or whatever. Mm-hmm. Somebody from the South. I ain't gonna say no name. You know. But that's what I'm saying. So they'll try to take little shots at us and all that stuff like that. But like Baby said, he said, I think I'm country and I don't care, but I'm a country hustler and I'll hustle a lot of them.
But do you think that mentality kind of hindered certain New Orleans people from prospering throughout the state?
Yeah, because back in the day, when you had the Double XL magazine and the Source and all that, you didn't have to know what people really felt. You'll read an article and that'll be that. Now, you could get on the internet, somebody could just get up there and just say, all the people in Louisiana country, they dumb, they this, they that. All the people in Mississippi, this, that, and all that. And not everybody see it. So it'd be like, hold up, that's how you really feel? Or that's how they really feel? So now it creates some type of resentment.